You need to cut this back, way back. Hi, I'm miltonchang of bonsaiheirloom. I'm going to work on this juniper I dug up from my garden. I planted it 29 years ago now, far end of my property to hold the slope. I bought about 100 1-gallon per strata juniper and planted them to hold the slope. And today there's a trove of treasure, and this is one of it. So this tree is about 29 years old. I basically neglected all this time until now to dig it up. So it's way far too gone. But again, my philosophy is to make lemonade when you have lemon, in the sense of what do I do to salvage this big tree to make it into a decent bonsai, I would say in a 5 years from time frame. By the time when I'm done today, it will be far too bare to even look decent. But let it grow out, and to complement the basic core shape of the trunk, and then maybe it will become something. So with that in mind, then, I will just use this clip off as much as I can so you can see what the main features could be. And when I clip, basically I'll leave a little stub or a long branch to die off because that makes an interesting feature called jin. I don't know why we always go back to the Japanese words, but interesting, that trunk, that branch. And so let me get to work to show you. It can be all very quick. And in fact, today I'll do 2 trees because I dug up 2 at the same time, but we'll do it in 2 different videos. So obviously the main feature is the trunk. And so these are really far out. I will never get to use it. So I'll just cut them off. And this little thing you can now currently buy at very inexpensively at Costco on sale for $24 for 2 tools that cuts really, really well. Really well engineered product with a good steel. And so cut off any redundant branch, but leave a little bit of stub. And until you cut off all the redundant branch, you really can't see where you're going with the tree. So be ruthless. Yeah, it will grow back. You can make no mistakes. And save as much as you can, just in case. I will cut back more as I do the fine tuning. Right now, I just want to get to the rough shape so I will know where I'm going with this tree. And that's a process of continuous refinement. Each step, you go finer and finer until you get it right. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I'm not going to use these extra long branches. So I'm being very, very brutal and drastic. And when in doubt, cut a little bit longer, leave more space to give yourself options. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just cutting off the extra long branches, which I know I will never use. Well, the tree may not amount to anything, but who knows? You know, I gotta give it a chance to make lemonade out of it. So now leaving it still in the wheelbarrow to take a look at the critical look at the tree. One extreme, I can make a so-called Miyagi style, comes up and then coming down, kind of a semi-cascade. It'll be kind of crazy, but it's a possibility, so let's explore all options. One possible option is make this tree coming up like this and then coming down. Really drastic. So for example, I wish I hadn't cut off this one, let that be longer, but okay, you know, it will grow back and make lemonade. So this could be a very drastic tall tree, about like this. A tree that grows up and it got too heavy, it started drooping, and it wound up like this. My point is that bonsai should emulate a tree in nature. And you want to be able to explain why it got there the way it is. So this could be the net result, you have a bonsai about this high, which is not horrible. not too big, and yet you have this interesting turn to sort of like coming like this and then growing like this. And this back branch can be used for the branch I'm talking about in the back. So I think I'm okay. But in a more serious note is that if you take this tree, let it grow for 10 years, and you say, this is way too high, but here's the little branch. If you cut it back here, let that be the chin, and let that grow up, pretty soon that branch will be as thick as the bottom trunk, and you will have a nice, small, more informal, upright bonsai. So again, to recap what I said about the technique of growing a thick trunk, a big tree, a nice tree, is that what you do is you start with a sapling, you let it grow, so that nature will take its course to form its own shape and design and unwielding branches and all that. Then you study it to say, this branch is going that way, but this branch is coming this way. Why don't I make this the apex? So pretty soon you have a small stubby little tree, that's the right height. So I think I like that, and the reason is that I don't want too tall a tree. So I think that part I pretty much decided. Now this part is a challenge because I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. But I tell you what I'll do. I am just going to capitalize on this and show you what magic I can do to turn it into a pretty darn good bonsai. So let me do this. Further cutting. This branch is far too big to cut with the shear with a. So let me take a saw. Where did I leave the saw? This tree is still a mess. It's very untidy. It goes this way and this way and this way. So let me cut off this one. I need to cut this back, way back. This tree wants to come up like this, go down and come back. I think this is wrong, so let me cut that off. I'm having problems standing it up, so I cut off the roots because I don't want it to be that deep. The bonsai pot will never be that deep. So I can now possibly standing it up. So that's what I have in mind. Maybe just even go down a little bit further. Want a tree to be a little bit more drastic. So I will actually lower it further. So let me play with it. So maybe even lower it further. Yeah, I think that's more like it. So you can see the tree in a pot. Let's say a tall rectangular pot, and it comes this way, and it comes back this way. We shall see. Let me work on it just to give you an idea what it might become. And I think there's a little bit of growth here. You can see there's a little bit of growth here. So this will be the apex. This tree comes up, that's the apex, that's continue to go down, and so forth. So let me now do the next level of refinement of clipping. And these will all be the little stub to make into a chin. This little clipper can clip a lot of branches, quite thick. So this is the apex. Oh, because this could be the apex, but that's the apex. I clip them off. I can clip them off entirely later on, but there's no hurry. easy to clip off the little branches. So I clip off all the redundant little branches so I can see better where I'm going with the tree, with a bonsai tree, that is. I don't have to clip very carefully, but just to get rid of the redundant branches so I can see where I'm going with it. And then next time, fine tune it. In the meantime, the green leaves can feed the tree. Of course, I'll be more drastic turning down, but let me turn it up a little bit to work on. This is basically my tree. I don't know if you can see or not, but this tree is coming down like this, and it starts to be the apex right here. And then this continues to go down, and it will be coming out like this and like that. And this will be like this. And I think this will be quite a nice tree. So now let me try to do the little bit of next level fine tuning, and then put it in a growing pot so that it will look nice to work on again 6 months from now. I'm not even going to worry about the root this year for now, because I don't want to disturb it as much as I can and plant it in a pot like this, let it root out again. And so now what I'll do is I'll make gin. So like this part, I want it to be dead, and I'll be quite carelessly tear it so that it will look natural. I'm not going to go through this in detail, but I will do is clean all this up as it dries out so that this whole thing will be dead. And this will be kind of dead here. So this will be, again, I would take time to make that, remove all the bark nicely. But not all of it, not all around, so that this will feed this part to make that grow out, potentially be somewhat of an apex. The tree can come up with some apex here and then some apex down there. Again, just clean off so you can see where you're going with the design, and then clip it off next time. When they grow out, it's easier to see clearly exactly where you want to go. So I broke this one, just tear it off, no big deal. No, there you can do no wrong, because nature would take care of itself growing back. Just leave it the green so that it would help grow the tree. So in short, I've done it. I turned this ugly monster into something that could be very interesting. So today what I've done is I took this 29-year-old prostrata juniper. You can actually find them as Parsonii from my growing ground to hold the soil on a slope. And that's what you get with neglect, actually, not much growth. But they're hardy trees in 29 years. That's what you get. In reality, as I said, I should have cut it off like 10 years in the ground and then start to shaping it. That will make making bonsai really easily. But on the other hand, I truly believe when you have lemon, make lemonade. And in this case, I turned this very old tree, this big tree, into an interesting cascade tree. And I'm going to grow it in a big 15-gallon can or maybe 30-gallon can like this. And then about a year from now, I'll do it again using that as a guideline of where I want the tree to become at the end. And so you can see, again, I'm trying to illustrate. Sorry, I'm fiddling around, but that's the nature of the game. It's not like always so refined as you see in bonsai books. And so basically what the process I'm trying to describe is to trim the tree after a few years in the ground to get it into shape. But whatever it is, you dig it up and you study the curve and see how you can play with it. And what you can do is to go read a lot of bonsai books, or for that matter, look at photos on the web to learn how other people do design. The traditional Japanese method is really follow the rule and don't ask questions. That's the Japanese culture. And to me, it's a far better approach just to look at all kinds of design and imagine what a tree in nature will grow to become. The point about bonsai is to use nature as a stimulant to give you idea of what your ideal tree will look like, and then you work for it, and you take advantage of whatever that's there. And in this case, it's fairly unusual. I can imagine this tree growing on the side of a cliff, and due to the weight, it drooped, and then it's trying to come up, and you get this interesting design. And that is how you do bonsai. You cut it back drastically and build it up, so-called the additive manufacturing technique, and then you build on it. Each year, it improves in its magnificence. And over time, you'll have a showpiece that's your heirloom. Well, thank you very much for watching today's video. Subscribe to our channel and tell a friend. And most importantly, go to our website and sign up to become our VIP so that we can send you announcements of special considerations. Thank you very much. See you next week.